Maggie Ingram wasn't a Richmonder by birth, but after living here for more than 5 decades, she left an indelible mark on our community through her life of service and on the gospel music world as a whole. A single mother, well-respected singer, and trailblazer, Miss Maggie's story is the subject of a new biography lovingly written by her granddaughter, Joy Harris. Joy is here to share remembrances from Singin' Ain't Enough, the inspiring story of Maggie Ingram. Good morning, Joy.
Good morning.
This has got to be very exciting for you in that you're able to share your grandmother's story. And one of the things that touched me is that even if you didn't know who Maggie Ingram is, you knew this is a story of an amazing woman.
Yes, I really wanted to have it come from the perspective of someone that was a voyeur, kind of trying to figure out the life of this great icon and this amazing person, and really the details and what brought them to the point of being so amazing. So it's a story I think that everyone, especially women, can relate to and gain inspiration from.
So what was the point where you decided, I want to write a book to share my grandmother's story?
So I actually started the book about 10 years ago, and initially it wasn't for the point of necessarily sharing her story. I was just really kind of captivated by how amazing she was, and being inside the family, you heard all of these stories, and she had all these testimonies that she shared with people. And so I was just so curious about, okay, how did this all happen, and are these stories true, and how did you become so amazing, and you survived that? Like, what is going on in your world? So I really kind of wanted to do my own investigation of her life, and then the moment I kind of dove into the research and talking to people from where she grew up, it was like, okay, you really are amazing, and this story is going to touch so many people. And so that was my mission, to kind of make something, tell the truth, but really show people that if she can do it, like, you can do anything.
And were you able to talk to your grandmother and get her side of the story before she passed 2 years ago?
I did. I started the book 10 years ago, so she was alive then. And I think when I started the book with her, it was like, oh, this is so cute. My granddaughter is trying to, like, document my life. But I really went the extra mile to vet everything and make sure everything was accurate. So I didn't just take her word for everything. I went to family, I went to friends, I went to tax assessors in the states where she grew up with that she didn't even know about, to just make sure that things were as accurate and telling as possible. And so I think that she'd be proud.
So to you, she was grandmother, but in finding out about her, what was the most amazing thing that you discovered, or the most interesting thing that you thought about her life?
I think just her tenacity to go the extra step and go the extra mile. You have to remember that she came up in a time where women really weren't that educated, when women really didn't have a place in the world to stand up and be a front runner for people. And the fact that she maneuvered in such a way that she was able to be the leader of groups, male groups in fact, and the fact that she actually went into radio after having, and still, you know, throughout her music career, it was quite amazing to see her entrepreneurial spirit like rise above even her artistry at times. So I think for me that was really fascinating to see how, even though she was an artist, she never limited herself to, I'm gonna only be what people put boundaries around me of being. I'm gonna make my own way and create my own opportunities. And so that for me was like a blessing to see that that's in my legacy.
Talk about the title, Singin' Ain't Enough. That comes from something that Miss Maggie said.
Yes, yes. So, and I think that really is her kind of spirit and what she instilled in our family. Her belief was that you have to put something inside your music. It's not enough for you to just sing and have the performance aspect, but you really have to touch people. You really have to be committed to impacting and helping people. You really have to give people something they can hold on to after you leave their presence. So she really instilled in our family the importance of giving back and helping others, being committed to your community. And so I just thought the title was perfect to kind of talk about her life overall.
And she lived that philosophy, didn't she? Because
Yes.
she was very community active.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Everything from working in prisons and changing kind of the dynamic of prison visits with families, to having halfway houses and visiting shelters and being active in the community against drugs, taking children to trips when, you know, the inner city kids, they weren't doing that at the time. She really was committed to making a difference in her community, not just traveling the world and spreading inspiration through music to other people.
As a well-respected singer.
Yes.
How did that legacy affect the family?
I think that we all have something great to hold on to. My aunt and my sister are continuing the Ingram Mats, and they still sing on a regular basis. So having that musical legacy still continue, not only in Richmond, but other people get to hear it, is great. And then I think just in general, our family is really committed to being impactful, really committed to making a difference, and just being all you can be and having no excuses about what's holding you back, really going out and pursuing your dreams. So I think she really instilled that in us, and I think each of us in our own way carried that on.
Well, we appreciate it, Joy. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us
for
today.
having me.
You're very welcome. Joy Harris's book, Singin' Ain't Enough, the inspiring story of Maggie Ingram, is available now. And Joy's book tour kicks off tomorrow from 1 to 2 at the Elohim Christian Center. We want to thank Joy and all of our guests today. Virginia This Morning returns on Monday at 9 a.m.